Hi guys, Gary here. Welcome back to the channel. This video is going to be describing how to connect your Seplos battery to your Solis Hybrid inverter. I'm standing here right beside my 5 kilowatt Solis Hybrid inverter. As you can see here, the battery is already connected. I'm generating 0.6 for solar, and just over 0.4 is being drawn through the house, and the excess is going into the battery. That's great. I have also observed the other way around. The battery was feeding the house when there was less solar than the house required. So as I say, this video is going to be basically just the settings, the hookup and the settings. I know I had a lot of trouble finding the right information. There's a lot of conflicting information out there. So this video is going to be specifically for the Solis Hybrid inverter, and specifically this 5 kilowatt one, although I'm sure any of the Solis inverters are going to be more or less the same, especially if they have this screen on there. And this is the Seplos Vertical battery that I've hooked up here. And it has the version 3 BMS with active balancer in there. So keep watching the video and you'll see how I set this up. Okay, so today I'm going to be hooking up the battery, at least temporarily. I have a little bit more work to do, but it's been laying there for a few days, ready to go. So I want to hook it up and get the settings all together. Just wanted to show you just here first. So right here, this is one of the, well, it's just the frame so far. This is what I'm going to be putting the batteries into, well, one battery at a time. I have to, put a base on it, and I also have to skin it out. So this is built out of 2x4s. This will be the front section here. I'm going to have a bolt-on door, and it's going to be insulated because everything is going to be kept in this dry roofed side entrance. This will of course be the back here. So as the battery is applying downforce, I have built this support to make sure that it doesn't crumble into pieces and the battery doesn't blow up on me. Right, now I did manage to bring the battery into the side entrance here. Excuse the mess, it's normally a lot dirtier than this. This is what I managed to bring it down through. Everything is kind of all over the place here. Once I start my project, everything goes into a complete mess, but this is what I have here. I brought it down. These are good 10 inches each, these steps, and it's a little bit kind of slippery down here as well. I managed to get it down though without killing myself, so that's good. Right, so I have the battery in its temporary position. It's not going to remain here. I'm going to put 2 batteries here on this wall, and if I get a third battery, I'm going to take down this shelf. There was one of these shelves was along this wall as well. I was considering putting a third battery over here, but I decided I could just put another shelf over here and put a third battery there. So that's what I'm going to do if I do get a third battery. Right, where am I? So I've brought some equipment out with myself. What you're going to need, of course, is the cables, and to connect the battery here as well, I have the CAN cable, so battery to inverter. I'm sure I brought a drill out as well, or a screwdriver. Anyway, I'll get to that. So first things first, this is my inverter. It's a cloudy day, so when I disconnect it, I'm not going to lose too much. So 0.55 kilowatts there coming through. Safety first. Make sure you have your shutdown instructions. So it says turn the AC rotary isolator off. That's the AC rotary. Next we have switch off the PV circuit trip. That's that one there. And then we have somebody interrupting me. Hello. Hello. Okay, so we have turn the DC switch. Okay, so that's that one there. So AC, trip, and DC. All right, let's go about doing that now and see what happens. Start with the AC. Okay, right, that's going into alarm there. I suppose that should happen. Next, I'm just going to hit the switch. It doesn't say how long to wait. I'm just going to go ahead and switch that off. And I'll turn off the DC. Now I just hope, I'm sure it's the reverse to turn it right, so that's gone off. And turn DC, yeah, okay, so that's it's basically the same in reverse when I want to turn it back on, and hopefully it turns back on when I get to it. Right, so the first thing that I will need to do is take these two screws out so I can access the battery terminals. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'll get back to you in a moment. I just don't want to lose these bolts. Okay, so here we have the battery connectors. So just remove these caps. There we go. And two. Right, so we have the positive, which is red or orange, looks orange, and we have the negative. I'll start with the black. Oh, okay. Make sure you hear that click. Just get that going. I'm going to set the torque all the way down to its lowest setting, just to be sure I don't over tighten. Okay, there we go. And sticking with the inverter side of things, just looking underneath, I suppose the next step we can connect the can. So I've just taken the liberty of opening this up, and I suppose the one with the large end, that's going to connect into here and screw on. So let's do that. And there we go. It's connected. All right, that doesn't really screw in, it just kind of clicks into place. So less than a quarter turn, and that is on. Fantastic. I'm just gonna leave the rest of that just hanging down there out of my way, and I'm gonna get straight to connecting the cables. All right. And now I'm going to make the terminal connections. So I'll start here with the negative. I'll just set that aside. I have my bolt already in place, so I'm going to want that to come out the top. I'm going to have to excuse the camera work here. I'm trying to do this while holding it. All right, lovely. And as you can see, the battery is powered off. And I'll make those tight beforehand. Okay. no sparks. Now, just so you know, I do have an electrician standing behind me here. He doesn't want to be on camera, so we're all safe here. Isn't that right, Joe? Sure is. Good stuff. Okay, right. So they are on. Let me tighten these up a little. Right, that's just torqued to 1. And let me see if I'm satisfied with that. No, I'm not. So I'm gonna just bring the torque up a little bit on that. Bring it to 5. Okay, I think that's better. Yeah, tight, but definitely not too tight. So I'll get this one the same. I want them facing up because right now the battery is underneath the inverter, so cables are up. Now these are going to be just temporary connections. I will in fact be making these a lot safer. Once I have them up on the wall, I'm going to have a switch here, a flip switch, so I can you know, disconnect the batteries if I want or if I need to. But this is just a temporary setup for the next few days, so I can take advantage of the batteries. Okay, so the battery is connected. The next step, I suppose, is to turn on the inverter and turn on the battery. I hope this turns back on. I hope that when I turn on the battery, I don't smell smoke or see sparks. So fingers crossed. Just looking at this, it's the reverse. So DC isolator, then the switch, then the AC isolator. So DC isolator on, then the AC switch on, then the AC rotator. Okay. Now, let's see what happens. Nothing. Okay, so I'm just going to assume it's going to turn on in a moment. I'm sure these things take a few seconds. Fingers crossed. Come on, come on, come on. Turn on. Turn on. What the hell? Okay, so literally like 20 seconds after I stopped recording, it turned back on. So I stopped recording, then I'd come and I'd switch the battery on. I'd also connected the CAN cable, so I'd forgotten to do that. I don't smell any smoke yet. I'm not seeing any production, but I am seeing 32% already on the battery, so it's detecting the battery. That is fantastic. At the moment, the house is taking in just over 2 kilowatts, and I'm just waiting to see production from the solar panels. That might just take another minute. I know it's pretty dull out there, but here we are. I'm hearing some clicks. I'm hoping they're not bad clicks. I'm sure it's just the contactors switching on and off, doing a self-diagnostic. And let me see. There we are. Okay, so that's brilliant. Now that everything is connected up, I'm going to change the settings. I'm not 100% familiar with those just yet, so I might just come back with the settings after I've changed everything. I'll take notes and I'll show you what settings are working for me now. Okay, so before I wrap up here, just wanted to show that the house is demanding 0.36. Solar is producing 0.6, and 0.18 is going into the battery. So it looks like everything is set up here. I did change one of the self-use settings from stop to run. Once I sensed that setting, the battery started to dump into the grids. So it was dumping at 4.5 kilowatts. I disabled that setting. I put it back to stop. And just as I exited that, I came back out to the home screen, and I can see that the battery is now being charged from the solar. So that's great. Nothing is being exported at the moment. It's just going into the battery. So everything looks spot on. All right. So I'm going to finish up on that now, and I'll summarize the settings that need to be changed in the description below.